It is a 10-second penalty if you are adjudged to have done it.
Lap 15, turn 4. Two legends collide, and only one walks away bleeding. Lewis Hamilton's Mexican Grand Prix wasn't just destroyed by a 10-second penalty. It was obliterated, turned from a podium dream into a nightmare that left Ferrari furious, fans divided, and the paddock questioning everything they thought they knew about fair racing. Because when the FIA handed down that verdict, they didn't just take away a result. They reignited the most explosive rivalry Formula One has ever seen. And this time, there's new evidence that changes everything. Mexico City, October 2025. Hamilton in Ferrari red, finally feeling the car come alive beneath him.
I still didn't understand, but
you know what? Let's ignore that.
No, wait.
Let's talk about the fans.
I'm really happy. Thank you so much, everyone.
This was supposed to be the breakthrough. After months of adaptation, of learning a new machine, of building chemistry with a team that worships a different shade of history, Hamilton was flying. The SF25 responded to every input, perfect balance through the stadium section, blistering traction out of turns 11 and 12, entry speeds 3 kilometers per hour faster than the Red Bull. He launched off the line shadowing Charles Leclerc, the Ferrari 1-2 looking inevitable. The pace was electric. Low 1:22 seconds on the mediums, matching Verstappen corner for corner, sometimes even faster. For the first time since joining the Scuderia, Hamilton looked like the 7-time world champion everyone expected. The podium wasn't just possible, it felt destined. And then lap 15 happened. The battle started brewing on lap 8. Verstappen, never one to wait, sent an aggressive lunge into turn 1, late braking, forcing Hamilton wide. Both cars dancing through turns 2 and 3 side by side, leaving each other barely enough space to breathe. The crowd roared. This was 2021 all over again. Wheel to wheel, neither backing down, both knowing exactly who they're fighting. By lap 15, the tension exploded. Verstappen dove inside into the opening sequence. Hamilton, determined not to yield, swept around the outside at turn 4. That's when it happened. A slight lockup, smoke flickering off the tires. Hamilton crossed the white line, touched the dust beyond track limits, but with incredible car control kept the SF25 steady. He rejoined, just ahead of Verstappen. For a breathtaking moment, it looked like the perfect defensive move. Hard racing at its absolute peak. The kind of battle that defines championships. But the FIA saw something else entirely. Car 44, 10-second time penalty, leaving the track and gaining an advantage. The notification appeared within seconds. Hamilton's engineer relayed the message, and what came back over team radio was pure disbelief. He pushed me off! What was I supposed to do? His voice somewhere between rage and shock. The fury of a champion who knows he's been wronged but can't change the verdict already carved in stone. Inside the Ferrari garage, heads shook. Engineers scanned replays, disbelief spreading like wildfire. "That's hard racing," one was overheard saying. The mood shifted from calm focus to stunned silence in heartbeats. Because here's what made it controversial. Verstappen had gone off track too, at turn 3. Cutting the corner to maintain momentum, also exceeding track limits. But only Hamilton paid the price. The stewards argued Hamilton's telemetry showed he gained more than half a second by rejoining ahead. The data supposedly proved lasting advantage. But replays told a more complex story, one where Verstappen's earlier cut went unpunished, creating the very situation that forced Hamilton wide in the first place. George Russell, watching from his Mercedes, was on the radio from lap 1, complaining about Verstappen's moves. He just cut the corner, mate. Just cut the grass and keep position. No penalty, no nothing. Even rival teams noticed the inconsistency. Up to that moment, Hamilton's drive had been flawless. This wasn't just good, it was vintage Lewis. Kind of performance that reminds everyone why 7 championships sit next to his name. Ferrari's data showed everything working perfectly. better traction than Red Bull, faster through key sectors. The SF25 finally alive in his hands, stable under braking, turning smoothly, generating grip where earlier in the year it simply slid. He was less than 2 seconds behind Verstappen, well clear of 4th place. Everything pointed toward Ferrari's best result of the season. Then the hammer dropped. 10 seconds, hanging over his head like a guillotine, turning every lap into damage control instead of glory hunting. Ferrari switched him to a 2-stop strategy, giving him clean air to open the gap. For a while, it looked possible. Hamilton pushed relentlessly, his sector time staying within a 1/10 of perfection. But in Mexico's thin air, where overtaking is rare and tire degradation punishes aggression, the math was cruel. When the checkered flag fell, Hamilton crossed the line 8th, a gut-wrenching result for a drive that deserved a podium. The cool down lap brought silence. Then Hamilton's voice calm but heavy. "We did everything right today." His engineer replied softly, "You drove a great race, Lewis." There was nothing more to say. After the race, the FIA released their explanation. New onboard and positional data, they claimed, confirmed Hamilton gained time during the rejoin. Penalty justified. But when that same data leaked to social media minutes later, it painted a different picture entirely. Yes, Hamilton gained a small margin by rejoining ahead, but Verstappen had cut the previous corner sequence and avoided losing time himself, a detail conveniently absent from the official statement. Fans erupted, pundits questioned, even rival engineers admitted the inconsistency felt wrong. Team principal Fred Vasseur defended his driver fiercely. He told reporters Hamilton's move was a racing moment between two of the best in the world, insisting the steward's call was too harsh for the situation. But the penalty stood, the result stood, and the frustration burned. This wasn't just about one penalty in one race. It was about what happens when old rivalries meet new team colors. When history between two drivers creates shadows that even stewards can't escape. Some in the paddock wondered aloud whether Hamilton's name carries more scrutiny than most. Whether subconsciously, his battles with Verstappen will always be judged through the lens of 2021, when their fight for the championship became the most controversial season finale in F1 history. But through all the noise, Hamilton handled it with remarkable composure. No explosive interviews, no public digs, just quiet frustration and unshakable determination. "We're improving every weekend," he said, eyes fixed ahead. Because Mexico revealed something the penalty couldn't hide. Hamilton in the SF25 is finally dangerous. The Ferrari has the speed, the consistency, the performance that's been promised all year. And Hamilton, he has the hunger. Scenario 1. The FIA reviews their stewarding inconsistencies, and Hamilton gets justice in Brazil. Ferrari capitalizes. The Scuderia's resurgence becomes the story of the season's final act. Scenario 2. Nothing changes. Verstappen continues getting leeway, Hamilton doesn't. The rivalry turns toxic, and Ferrari's momentum dies in the politics. Scenario 3. Hamilton uses this fury as fuel. Every remaining race becomes a statement. And when he finally stands on that Ferrari podium, everyone will remember Mexico as the moment that made him unstoppable. Mexico may have robbed Hamilton of silverware, but it proved something far more valuable. His fight is far from over. The next time Hamilton and Verstappen go side by side, there will be no room for doubt, no half measures, and absolutely no mercy, because champions don't forget. They get even. So tell me, was the FIA right? Or did they just hand Hamilton the motivation to make the rest of this season unforgettable? One thing's certain, this story isn't over. It's only just beginning.